If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me that you hate my videos, the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Jim Jones and French Montana squashed their beef after 15 years, and Akon defends 6ix9ine. Plus, who's really the king of hip-hop? Is it Drake or is it Jay-Z? Let's talk hip-hop.
I remember you trying to sneak inside the MTV Awards and me and Joel was in the Phantom. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
You threw your middle finger up at me. I said I should get out right now and whip your fucking ass, you little dumb nigga. You was by yourself. I remember that shit. Me and Joel was in the Phantom and shit like that. They had mad niggas behind us and I left it alone. Joel's like, man, leave that shit alone. Why you keep bothering that nigga, man? I was like, all right, Joel, man.
I remember that shit like yesterday. I saw you had L's with you. You had security and the other nigga. I was like, and you have the security back. He was like, nah, we're going to dip. I'm like, nigga, ain't going to do that right here in front of this MTV shit. It was too many police. I was like,
Joel's was like, man, just stop, man. I'm like,
how's my nigga Joel's though, man? People want to know how.
Alright, Joe, this is history in the making, right? I never thought I would live to see the day, right? And this is historical. Now, this is coming from me. I'm an East Coast nigga. I live in Brooklyn. I live in New York, right? This is some Harlem shit. This is some Bronx shit. This is some real East Coast shit. But these niggas right here ain't supposed to be on live together, right? Craziness, right? And this goes all the way back to like the Cocaine City days, the Smack DVD days. It's crazy, right? So just years and years and years ago, I guess Cameron and Jim Jones, they were like at some basketball game at the Rucker. A fight broke out, and you know they started running because they were outmanned and outpowered, right? And everybody from New York at least has a clip of the video where like Cameron and Jim Jones are like running out the Rucker, right? The shit was funny as hell. So French Montana got his hands on the same thing, you know, 15 years ago, right? And decides to like put it out and make fun of it and laugh about it and everything like that, and it was hilarious, right? But Jim Jones and French Montana, they're really, really close in proximity as far as the hood goes, and a lot of niggas they know mutually, right? In the hood. So of course they started having beef, and the whole situation is, I guess French Montana did something in the hood or whatever like that, and they put a price on French Montana's head, right? They went and carried out the hit and everything. They shot French Montana in the head. They tried to kill this nigga, right? But French Montana survived. He didn't die after he got shot in the head, right? But the whole situation is, after that, Jim Jones didn't have nothing to do with this at all, right? But Jim Jones was doing interviews and just making fun of French Montana and almost making it seem like he had something to do with the fact that French Montana got hit up, and he didn't. He just didn't like French Montana because French Montana put out the video of him running at the Rucker, so he just was making fun of French Montana. Of course, French Montana didn't like that shit, and that's how their beef started, right? And I mean, it was just real beef. It's not no FaceTime beef. It ain't no Instagram beef. This is beef like I see you and it's problems, right? And then also Max B used to kind of be down with like Jim Jones and Dipset, and then he ended up crew hopping. You know, there's no other way to say it, but he ended up being down with, again, French Montana and the Coke Boys, right? Which is just all crazy. And now French Montana and Jim Jones squashed their whole beef, right? So the first thing, and I thought this was really funny, and I didn't even talk about it a few days ago because I was trying to figure out what the fuck is French Montana even doing, but I saw a clip of French Montana saying that he's looking for Jim Jones.
And you can't see my eyes unless my head is bent. You did.
Special announcement. We're bringing back Cocaine City DVDs live. Cocaine City DVDs live. Slow. With Jimmy, I'm looking for Jim Jones. I want to start it tomorrow in my first ballin'. Jimmy, where you at? I'm looking for you. Cocaine City DVDs live. Starting tomorrow. How that's your boy.
And then I was like, what the hell, right? Is he looking for Jim Jones? But it's not like he was dissing him or anything like that. So I'm like, I don't know what French Montana is attempting to do. But then I seen French Montana drop another video.
It's a fact. Factory. Cocaine City, live from Miami. Jim Jones, we found him. We going live. 11 Eastern. We going live. 9 o'clock. LA time, 8 o'clock. Jim Jones, I said it, live from Miami. Cocaine City. A lot of freestyles, a lot of twerking. Jim Jones live tonight.
And then I was like, okay, so I guess they're cool and they're supposed to be doing something like on Instagram Live or something. And then I thought it was gonna be like a battle, like Jim Jones was gonna play his music and then French Montana was gonna play his music, where French Montana already battled Tory Lanez, right? And beat Tory Lanez. So we're like, I'm thinking, well, I don't wanna hear French Montana battle anybody because we already just heard all his music, right? But it was no battle. It was just like him and Jim Jones sitting on Live, reminiscing and talking about their beef with each other. Talking about, Jim Jones was saying like he's a lot more mature now. Even sitting on this Live with French Montana just shows himself how far he's come, because back in the day he was a lot more hot-headed. He was ready to just go off at any reason, and it was just really, really like dope and cool for hip-hop. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
Because, you know, Tekashi's out, so maybe you might be...
Nah, Tekashi, that's my little man, yo. You know what?
All
It's funny because this is the thing, right? He's young, bro. His generation and our generation ain't the same.
Yeah.
We gotta teach them different. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta understand when kids get in a situation like that, and I look at him still as a young G that was surrounded by a whole bunch of people that didn't inform him or that didn't educate him properly as to what he was getting himself into. You gotta understand when as just human nature, when people getting caught up in situations, they're gonna follow their survival instinct immediately. And you gotta know that. If I'm an OG, I'm not gonna put somebody that young, that inexperienced, or that uneducated to the streets like that in a situation where I know that if we get caught up, there may be a possibility that he might fold on it. You follow what I'm saying? He has he's young. He hasn't been in the game that long to see the value of what that is. And then when you stop and you have to literally.
All right, so this is Akon, and I seen like an interview with Akon, I don't know, a couple months ago, where he was kind of saying the same thing, right? Defending, this is his stance on 6ix9ine, basically, right? He's like, right now he's talking to DJ Who Kid on Live, right? And he's basically like, yo, 6ix9ine is my little mans, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't fault 6ix9ine for telling on anybody, right? He says, if I'm an OG, right, and I'm a nigga that's in my 30s, my late 30s, like, I don't know, Shotty or Mel Murder or somebody like that, who's probably like in his early 40s, right? And you're dealing with a nigga that's like 6ix9ine, who's like 21, 22 years old, right? And you know that you came from a time where you grew up in the 90s, you might have even seen a little bit of the 80s, a little bit of the crack era, right? And you've seen like niggas really do that shit on the street, right? And you were around before cell phones and social media and all these little fucking cameras that are all over the place outside, right? So you know what the real hood is like, right? But where you have 6ix9ine, he doesn't know anything about that. You already know his personality. Plus, you know he's a rapper and an artist, and that he thinks that this is cool because he wants to use this imagery a little bit to further, I guess, his music career. So you already know that he's, first of all, you didn't grow up with him, right? He's not from the streets. He's not this nigga's little brother or anything, right? So you already know that if you put a Tekashi 6ix9ine or anybody like him in that position to be in the hood or to be doing these crimes with us or to do whatever it is with us or whatever, that he's probably not going to stay solid because he is not from this life, right? So you as the OG should know that and expect that from him, right? And if you should expect somebody to do that, then you shouldn't even put him in that position anyway. You should have, like an OG should do, is be like, yo, chill, you know, this ain't for you. Go sit your ass down. And I've seen that happen a bunch of times where OGs would be like, sit your motherfucking ass down. I know you want to put in work, sit your stupid ass down, right? Because you don't know no better, right? But in Treyway's case, Shotty and Mel Murder and 6ix9ine or all of them, 6ix9ine was like, yeah, I want to do this, and he was very excited like any 21, 22-year-old nigga would, but they didn't tell him to sit down. They was just like, okay, cool, yeah, give us some money and we'll do whatever, right? So I see what Akon is talking about, but there is no excuse for, you know, telling on anybody, right? Where Shotty might have misjudged, you know, 6ix9ine's character and shouldn't have let him, hey, come on in, and well, when Mel Matrix, you know, should have been like, yo, go sit down, they still don't deserve to be told on by 6ix9ine, you feel me? So it's all of that, right? And also 6ix9ine, you know, knows what he's getting into, and is a grown-ass man, even though he's 20 or 21 or 22, and hey, man, you gotta reap your consequences and reap what you sow, because I'm gonna be real with you, there are niggas right now who are the same age as 6ix9ine who are not telling, right? But them niggas are really, really from the hood, like a YNW Melly and shit like that. Like, them niggas is really from the slums. Not saying that 6ix9ine is not, but you know, YNW Melly's just built different, I guess. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
Okay, yo.
No,
one more thing.
Academics. So you telling me that Jay-Z don't have radio hit records is what you saying?
He don't got, bro. Your Drake got more slaps than the Beatles. Stop it, bro.
Oh my God.
We gonna have to.
You basing that on numbers, right? You basing that only on numbers?
Wayno, if you gotta show off your Rock Nation.
If niggas do, no.
Have you ever been to a Jay-Z concert? Stop it. Come on.
Y'all think Jay has even
hit after hit after hit?
I'm
Not
not
maybe
saying
our time, but growing up, you're saying Jay didn't have radio hits?
You see, now y'all made me look like a hater because it makes it seem like
No, you're making yourself look like a hater because you keep saying that.
No, it makes it look like I'm marginalizing Jay-Z as like some bum. What I'm saying is that Drake is he's made probably the most hits in terms of rappers. You get me? In terms of his career, hits that have been radio hits, I don't think Jay has more than him. In my personal
hits rapping or hits singing? Do we?
Alright, now this is a crazy ass hip hop debate that I'm not going to try to answer here. But you know what? I think I might go live on YouTube and then we could talk about it because this is a crazy ass debate, right? Jay-Z or Drake. So there was a clip from Everyday Struggle and Akademiks is like Drake, right? While Wayno and Adeska are like Jay-Z, right? And Wayno and Adeska are a little bit older than Akademiks, right? Akademiks like 27, Wayno was like 37, and Adeska's like kind of in the middle right there, right? But anyway, so they're like, listen, yeah, maybe Jay-Z doesn't have radio hits right now or last year, anything like that, but still Jay-Z has so many hits and his hits are very comparable to Drake's as far as like over the span of his whole career, right? And Akademiks is saying, listen, I hear you and I don't want to make it seem like I'm a Jay-Z hater or that I'm shitting on Jay-Z because I'm not, but Drake has more slaps than the Beatles, which is true, more number ones than the Beatles. So what that means also, he just tied with Aretha Franklin. So she was number one, period, and now he's tied with her. So what that means is that just off of sheer numbers themselves, of course Drake has more hits than Jay-Z because you can look at the charts, right, and see the stats, right? So that's what Akademiks is arguing with Wayno. But if Jay-Z and Drake were to, let's say, get on Instagram Live and do a battle, who do you really think would win, right? So, okay, let's talk about it, right? And like I said, I am not here to try to be on one side or the other because this is a crazy ass debate, but I'm gonna just keep the question on the table and we can talk about it at a later time, right? But Jay-Z has mad hits, right? Run This Town with Rihanna and Kanye West, right? 99 Problems, Hard Not Life, right? Empire State of Mind with Alicia Keys, Big Pimpin' with Pimp C and Bun B, right? Holy Grail with Justin Timberlake, Dirt Off My Shirt. If you're feeling like a pimp, nigga, go and brush your shirt off, right? I Just Wanna Love You with by his damn self, I guess, you know. Hey, Sugar is old, can I get a what? You know, Forever Young, you know, 03 Bonnie and Clyde with Beyonce, On to the Next, on to the Next with Swiss Beats, Excuse Me Miss, you know, with Timberland, Can't Knock the Hustle, right? Tom Ford, like Jay-Z has mad fucking hits, right? And I'm just looking at the list right here, right? But so does Drake, right? Drake has so many hits that it's retarded, right? So I mean, Drake, you know, hold on, we're going home. Hotline Bling, the motto, started from the bottom, now we're here. God's Plan, One Dance, Take Care, Best I Ever Had, right? In My Feelings, Nice for What, right? Bitch, I'm going in. Controller. Like Jay, he has a 0 to 100 real quick. Energy. Not to mention all the shit that he was coming out when he was dissing Meek Mill and everything, back to back, and all of that, right? So Drake does have mad hits. Jay-Z does have mad hits too. But if you had to like say one person is like the number one GOAT in hip hop, shit, nigga, who would you say? Because I don't know. But let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.